Hello there, we're all facing a new normal and adjusting to different routines at the moment, so I thought I'd share a get ready with me video in my usual flat lay style, running you through my adapted working from home beauty routine and some productivity tips too. My biggest project while working from home has been setting up my new website. This video is sponsored by Squarespace and I'll share why the design process using their platform has been a perfect combination of a work task and a creative outlet later on. I've actually been working from home since late last year, so although I'm very fortunate that my days don't look too different lately, something about this time still feels quite different and strange, so I'm trying my best to stick to a bit of a routine and flatten the emotional curve, as I saw someone very accurately describe it last week. Some of you might be trying to stay as close to your normal habits as possible, getting up and putting on your makeup like you would for work, but I've really enjoyed having a more skincare centric few weeks and have had far more days makeup free. My routine has seen a lot more masking and misting than usual. You can see a few favourites and new products I've been testing in my recent Sephora video. I am finding my skin more dry than usual, so hydrating masks like Fresh's Rose Face Mask are nice to use in the morning to wake my face up. It's not the most hydrating mask I own, you can hear more on it in the Sephora video, but it's very cooling and calming, so for me it's just as much about the ritual of using it as it is about results. I've always been a face mist fiend, but I'm loving swapping in some other formulas lately, and Glow Recipes Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Mist has been a refreshing favourite. The super sweet watermelon scent never fails to cheer me up, and I love the spray mechanism so you can evenly spread the fine mist across your face. I normally stick to serums at night, but I've sometimes been adding them in the morning instead for a bit of a boost. My French pharmacy favourites video documented my love of Caudalie, but this is a fairly new product in my routine. After a couple of weeks using their Venosource SOS Deep Hydration Serum, it definitely could have been in that favourites video. So light and juicy, and my skin just drinks it in and feels soft and plump. I've also ventured into the world of vitamin C serums for the first time with Summer Friday's CC Me. I'm new to this type of serum, but they're about brightening and evening out your skin texture. After several weeks, I do think my skin's looking brighter and more even, particularly around my cheeks where you can really see the light hit it. The rest of my morning skincare routine looks the same as usual. Moisturiser, sunscreen, and don't forget deodorant. Glossier Priming Moisturiser is here again, my favourite lightweight, dewy morning moisturiser that always makes my skin look fresh and hydrated and vastly improved even if I don't apply any makeup. Rarely leaving the house at the moment, but sunscreen is still important. I work next to a big window at home and UV rays pass right through glass. You might not be getting enough sun to actually burn in that situation, but the rays are still doing damage, and that's what leads to premature aging and skin cancer, so I'd much rather be protected. The lovely light, hydrating feel of my favourite ultraviolet Supreme Screen SPF 50 means it's never a chore. I genuinely look forward to applying it every morning. I made the switch to natural deodorants last year, and Native has been one of my favourites. Very effective, you only need 2 to 3 swipes up and down under your arms, simple sleek packaging, and the cucumber and mint scent is so sweet and delicious, like a summery drink with cucumber chopped up in it. Sometimes I do have a day where I do want to brighten up my face with a bit of makeup and feel a bit more normal, so these have been my simple product picks. This might look like a lot of makeup, but I've rounded up several options from each category here. The reality of what I combine to perk myself up is much more easy like this. It's a great time for glowy base products. They feel light on the skin, brighten up your complexion, and reduce the shock of your own appearance in any reflective surfaces. By Terry's Brightening CC Serum is one of my holy grail products. I use all of their shades, but Sunny Flash just adds a bit of colour to my face. I've seen some people use several pumps, but half a pump is enough to look natural on my fair colouring. This has a magic, smoothing, blurring quality that always makes people comment on my skin. A more recent glowy base product I've been testing is the NARS Tinted Glow Booster. This plays a similar part to liven up the face. It's something you could wear alone, under makeup, or mixed into your usual makeup for extra glow. I wear the shade medium and just mix a tiny bit into my last sunscreen step to sheer it out all over the face for a subtle glow. A quick slick of concealer, something brightening like YSL Touche Eclat is a huge help at the moment. It's sort of an all-in-one fix to even out your skin tone, brighten under the eyes, and add a bit of light to your cheekbones. Less effective at spot concealing because it's lightweight and has light coverage, but you can go in with your favourite spot concealer afterwards and let this do the work on the rest of your face. Another do-it-all product for me is Glossier Stretch Concealer, a sheer, dewy concealer I like using all over the face to just even out any redness and perfect your complexion slightly. Again, Again, not a heavy duty spot concealer specifically because it isn't high coverage, but patting this in wherever you need it can certainly make your skin look more even and fresh overall. I'd say brows and blush are my top 2 steps that always make me look and feel better. What would yours be? I'll keep it brief because you've seen Glossier Boy Brow on my channel many times, but a quick swipe of this just subtly tints my brows and softly holds them in place. Never underestimate the power of brows to frame your face. I can easily look washed out and ghostly if I'm stressed or sleep deprived, so a rosy flush from some blush makes a big difference. A new cream blush launch that made my heart skip a beat this month was the By Terry Brightening CC blush. Yep, my favourite CC serum now has a blush sister. Rosy Flash is a beautiful, buildable, fresh, rosy, peachy coral that shears out to be barely there but is slightly luminous, so it makes you look lit from within. Really hoping this is the beginning of a new By Terry product line and we see more varied shades in future. A little cream blush pot is a perfect companion to do it all at the moment, perking up your cheeks, lips and eyes. Trini London's Lip to Cheek in the shade VB is another nice peachy coral, quite similar to the shade above but not quite as bright or pink toned, a little bit more muted, but it still adds some life back into your cheeks. You can swipe the excess across your eyelids too to create a simple, cohesive look, or really layer the colour on to say hello to spring. I love taking my cheek colour across my eyelids to make them look a bit brighter too. Always a fan of multitasking makeup, but there's something particularly appealing about super simple steps at the moment, and a monochrome look is easy but effective. A tan colour doubles up on cheeks and eyes easily, and the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush is a fun texture to play with. I got into these soft cream to powder compacts after seeing Rosie Huntington-Whiteley and Nikki DeRoost's work with the brand. Blurred Buff is called a bronzed rose with a tiny bit of shimmer in it, and it's a perfect combination of blush and bronzer for me, so I love it on the eyes as well. Another ideal bronzer meets blush shade for me is the Ilia Illuminator in Summertime. This beautiful deep bronze has a really rosy tone to it on my skin, so it perfectly fakes a sun-kissed look. So nice swiped onto the high points of the cheeks, across the bridge of the nose, and onto the eyes for a bit of depth. One of the few times an effortless look is genuinely effortless. Always a fan of the ease of eyeshadow sticks. By Terry's Ombre Black Stars are simple but make a noticeable difference. They're creamy, super pigmented, and so easy to smudge on with your fingers or a brush. One of their new summer shades, number 21 Rose Elixir, is a beautiful metallic rose that isn't glittery, just radiant and really opens up the eyes. Mascara, not even bothering at the moment, one less thing to wipe off at the end of the day. I mentioned in my Sephora video that lip gloss is certainly sparking joy for me during this time, so I'm reaching for the Dior Addict Lip Glow oils a lot. They've popped up on my channel quite a few times now. You can see several shades swatched in an earlier video, but I really just love the comfy feel, high shine, slight pink tint, peppermint taste, and giant plush doe foot applicator. Another cushiony, soft doe foot I've been swiping on a lot belongs to the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil-Infused Glosses. You can see all 14 shades swatched in an earlier video, and Force of Nature was my Sephora sale pick, but Free Spirit is a neutral, peachy shade I wear a lot just to give my lips a touch more colour. I've also been inspired by some of you who've said you've been having fun with colours you wouldn't usually rock at work. Something warm and bright like the M Cosmetics True Gloss in Blood Moon instantly puts me in a good mood. I can't get over how pigmented these glosses are. They almost look like a liquid lipstick and they last longer than other glosses I've tried, but they feel balmy and light, never sticky. I got onto another bright, cheery colour through the Trini London team a few weeks ago. There's an IGTV video of staff doing their working from home makeup routines, and several of them went straight for the creamy Lip Luxe shade Swaney. This is a fantastic, punchy, bright orangey red to brighten your mood. I quite like potted lip products because you can swipe on a light layer and sheer it out with balm, or blot it on with your fingertips for a blurred look, or get more precision and intensity using a lip brush. Let me know what your approach to makeup has been at the moment. Are you enjoying a bit of a break or still going through your usual routine? Maybe you're experimenting even more than usual. I know many of you are hidden behind a mask at the moment, or might not see the point in putting anything on if no one else can see it, but it's just as much about how it makes you feel as how it makes you look. Let me know if you'd be interested to see any more easy makeup ideas. Whether I've put some or none of those products on, it's time to get down to business. Although I've been working from home for the last 6 months, I definitely do not have it all together and actually really struggle with work-life balance, which I'm sure some of you are adjusting to at the moment. I'm a night owl, so I stay up ridiculously late working and usually work all through the weekends too, so I'd actually love to hear some of your tips on how you divide up work life and home life when they both take place in the same place. But here are a few simple things I do try to stick to. As delightful as it is to be able to work from bed, I get up, make my bed, and get dressed. definitely tempting to stay in pajamas all day during times like these, but I get changed into something that slightly resembles normal clothing, but the emphasis is still on comfort lately given I have nowhere to go. A soft pair of leggings, a simple cotton t-shirt, and a long cardigan over the top will do the trick. As it gets a bit colder heading into winter in Australia, I'll swap to sweatpants, we call them track pants or trackies here, and plenty of cozy knitwear. Or a good old sweatshirt for the days when you want something soft and snuggly. What have you been wearing if you're working from home? Are you embracing comfy clothes too, or trying to stick to your work wardrobe? Something that helps me stay on track working from home is setting up my desk or the kitchen table, wherever you're working, and gathering up almost everything I'll need for the rest of the day in the morning. Whether that's stationery, tech accessories, chargers, or water, it's all there so you have fewer interruptions later on when you're on a roll. Speaking of water, I make sure I'm having plenty of it throughout the day. Getting up to make a cup of tea makes me feel better. I take more mini breaks rather than one long lunch break. Even just rewarding yourself with a YouTube video or listening to a few of your favourite songs when you finish a task can help your brain cool down for a few minutes. To-do lists are the single biggest thing that keep me on track and help me keep track of what day it is at the moment. Although I love written lists, I also keep a weekly to-do list note in my phone because so many of my tasks move from day to day. Making lists achievable is key too. I do have a longer list of what I'm doing this week, month, and beyond, but breaking it down day by day makes it less daunting. I try to keep my desk fairly minimal to minimize distractions, but I do like to have a few beauty bits on hand. Maybe some products I'm testing, or usually the essentials I reach for regularly. Hand sanitizer, a couple of light hand creams, cuticle serum, face mists for a quick pick-me-up, and a couple of lip products, a nourishing lip oil, and balms to reapply throughout the day. Last but not least, a couple of things to make my desk a more enjoyable place to spend 90% of my time. Maybe a candle, this one's only new but you can still smell it even if it's not lit, some flowers, a little stack of books, or even something bright like coloured pencils, pens, or highlighters that I can use while making notes. Having a bit of colour around and feeling creative is key to how productive I am and how much I'm enjoying my work, so getting to create a website in the past month has certainly been the most enjoyable part of my time at home. Hitting that publish button and setting my Squarespace site live last week suddenly made this feel much more real, and I've really appreciated your kind comments and messages about the design. Building this website has been one of my favourite projects as a creator because it's work related but also feels like a hobby because it's different to what I do day to day. I've loved the creative process, picking a template and getting to customize each page. It's very user friendly and I can seamlessly insert my videos too. If you're looking to take the plunge and set up an online store, blog, or website, Squarespace offer a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can visit squarespace.com/Matilda for 10% off your first website or domain name purchase. I'd love to hear how you've been getting on if you're working from home, your beauty steps, any productivity tips or habits you rely on, and if you've picked up any creative projects or taken up a new hobby during this time. Some of you might find that keeping busy like that helps take your mind off things, but we all have wobbly days too, and sometimes you just need to take it easy. We shouldn't put pressure on ourselves or make comparisons to what anyone else is doing during this time. I loved a message one of you sent me after my self-care video about leaning into the down days. Eat the chocolate, binge the TV series, watch the YouTube channel, get a good sleep, and start again tomorrow. Sometimes taking a step back to look after yourself, then starting afresh is the best productivity tip of all. Thanks for watching. See you next time.